A Billy Joel biopic is in the works, but it does not have his approval. The news comes as the Michael Jackson biopic starring Jaffer Jackson continues to dominate the box office. Plenty of other music biopics have been released in the past decade as well, including Bohemian Rhapsody, Rocketman, Respect, Elvis, Bob Marley, One Love, Better Man, A Complete Unknown, and Deliver Me from Nowhere. According to Variety, the upcoming biopic Billy and Me is a feature film focused on Joel's life before he became famous and before the release of the game-changing song and album, Piano Man. The story will be presented through the perspective of Joel's first manager Irwin Mazur, from his discovery of the musician in 1966, signing him in 1970, and overseeing his career until his deal with Columbia Records in 1972. The casting process has already begun and filming is expected to start this fall in Winnipeg, Canada, and New York. Billy and Me has Mazur's life rights, along with the rights of Joel's friend, former drummer, and video director John Small, who is a consultant, executive producer, and second unit director for the project. This is not the case for Joel, though, as the biopic does not have his approval, any rights to his music, or his life rights. Check out a statement from a representative of Joel's below. Since 2021, the parties involved have been officially notified that they do not possess Billy Joel's life rights and will not be able to secure the music rights required for this project. Billy Joel has not authorized or supported this project in any capacity, and any attempt to move forward without it would be both legally and professionally misguided. Joel not being involved in any way is likely why the movie is being told from Mazur's perspective and focusing on him and Small. This will be a departure from some of the aforementioned music biopics whose subjects are still alive and approved of the projects, including Elton John for Rocketman, Bob Dylan for A Complete Unknown, Robbie Williams for Better Man, and Bruce Springsteen for Deliver Me from Nowhere. A biopic without the rights to feature Billy Joel's music may be a difficult sell, but, as per his statement, Small is still fully on board with the biopic. This is the most honest, heartfelt, and authentic portrayal of Billy's early life and rise to becoming one of the greatest musical voices of our time. Billy and Me is grounded in truth, shaped with care, and built with the insight of people who genuinely know and love Billy. As someone who was there from the very beginning, I can say this script captures not just the music, but the friendships, struggles, humor, and creative spark that defined those years. Too often, stories about artists get lost in exaggeration or myth-making. Billy and Me reflects the real history with integrity and respect. I first met Billy when he was 16 years old, and after reading the script, I felt the filmmakers truly understood who he was before the world knew his name. Billy and Me will be directed by John Ottman, with a script written by Adam Ripp. Ottman was a lead editor on Michael, overseeing all post-production from directing ADR to supervising the final mix. Between his work as producer, composer, editor, and director, his other credits include Superman Returns, Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer, Valkyrie, Orphan, X-Men, Days of Future Past, X-Men, Apocalypse, The Nice Guys, and The Gifted. Read Ottman's statement about Billy and Me below. I'm really proud of the development work Adam Ripp and I did to shape Billy and Me into both a deeply emotional and fun story. This is the formative years of Billy and his relationship with Irwin Mazur, the man who recognized Billy's amazing talent even before Billy did himself. Sure, the long hair, cigarette smoke and authentic look of the period turns me on as a filmmaker, but what truly drew me to the material was the humanity at its core. It's funny, heartbreaking, and ultimately very inspiring. The news about Billy and Me comes about a year after the release of the HBO docuseries Billy Joel, and so it goes. Screen Rant's Hannah Guerin gave the biopic 8 out of 10 stars in her review and praised it for being, by far the most exhaustive portrait of who Joel is as a musician, performer, and person. On Rotten Tomatoes, the Billy Joel series has a 92% score from critics and a 90% score from audiences.